Hi everybody, Brett back at Altitude Scale Mounting with another Sprue review. Just got this in today. The new Border Models 135 Spitfire Mark V-B. I really enjoy Border Models 135 kits, and it's finally good to see them moving into the Allied aircraft. They've done many German, they've done Japanese, then they've got more Japanese on the way. Now they're starting to do some Allied aircraft. Starting with one they knew would sell very well, the Spitfire. So let's take a look. BF004 is the kit number. Includes PE parts and decals, clear parts, complete engine, weapons, interior structure. Includes an air bomb. Here, to me that looks like not CAD drawings, but actual mock-ups of the model being built. QR code. This says Hasagawa Hobby Kits decal. It's interesting. I wonder what that means. I guess Hasagawa doing their plastic. And it looks like here's one version. Don't know how many versions you get. Maybe just the one. So, beautiful box art, as usual. Let's take a look. So we've got some clear parts, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PE decals and instructions. Let's begin with some fuselage parts, shall we? Like I said, I ordered this kit in from overseas. Just got here today. They also just got released in America. So keep an eye out for them. They're not overly expensive, 70, 80 bucks, considering the state of some kits today and the cost. That's not too bad. So, what you got here, some very nice rivet detail. Some raised detail back here on the tail. Open hatch. You've got your placement for the engine so you can keep the cowls open. You've got your tires. And they say Dunlop on them. Very nice touch. Your rudder. Radiator vents. This has got raised rivets on it. This has got recessed rivets on it. Ailerons. Oh, these must be ailerons. These must be flaps. Tails. This is the rudder. Cowl parts. There is your detail. Goes all the way around nicely. Inside, good detail where the cockpit goes. Nothing ejector pin mark wise in the way. There's your landing gear doors. This is have raised rivet detail. There's two look to be ejector pin marks, or they're supposed to be there. I hope so, because it's going to be a pain to get those out without taking these rivets down. This side, same thing. Good detail. You can see where the door opens and the radio room, the radio hatch, I believe. So we're off to a good start with all this wonderful detail there. Move on to some wings. And again, outstanding detail on the wings. Recessed rivets, raised rivets on this here, recessed panel lines, very nicely feeling plastic. Tops of the wings, you can have your gun bays open, looks like. Hopefully that means good detail. Here's the side to your cowls, and those are actually pretty thin. See right there? Thinner than model makers used to make them. Your sides of your cowls. The covers for your gun bays. Flip it over. There are ejector pin marks inside these doors you're going to have to clean up if you're going to have them open, unless you're just going to have them laying on flat on the ground. And then detail on this side of the wing, and on the other side, upper side of the wing, for your landing gear base. It's nice detail. Wish they would have done something, since they made it so nice and thin, I wish they would have done something better with the ejector pin marks, the ejector pins. But it's still beautiful, and I still like to build it. Next, so we got us some interior bulkheads, probably the whole cockpit. Yep. There's your instrument panel, there's your guns, your seat, your fuel tank. It's almost like a Zukimura kit. So, right there, slide molded so your guns are hollowed out, and your landing gear legs are hollowed out. And same thing on these guns here. Tips are hollowed out. The guns have very nice detail, along with everything else in this kit. Bulkheads, floor, landing gear legs. There's your instrument panel. Fuel tank, side panels, controls. There's your door for the radio area. Flip it over. Yes, there's some ejector pin marks, but these should all be behind things and you won't see them. There's your seat. Again, the inside of this door, it's got 3 little circles in it. I'm hoping those are supposed to be there because, again, this is all raised rivets. That would be a pain to clean up. No matter how beautiful it is, if it won't go together. I guess these are rockets. No, these are the wingtip guns, or the wing guns. Sorry all you lovers of the Spitfire. And obviously, since you can see the inside of the gun bays are open, but those are beautifully hollowed out, just like all the other guns. Cockpit's gonna be fun. They did good with that, in my opinion. Next, I see a bomb. There's a dog out there. See a bomb. I see some ammunition belts. Not sure what these are. This one's bent a little bit, so be careful. Oxygen tanks, some more controls for the cockpit. Very nice indeed. Two more sprues left. This one's got the prop parts on it. Spinner. There's some more mounting points for the engine. So here's your engine. I'm looking to see. Yeah, you're gonna the props into those, so they should line up okay. There's your exhaust tips, slide molded. Fuel line, plug wire leads. Looks like there's some really good detail on the engine too. Cylinder heads, valve covers. The props look very good. A lot of little details on this too. This is going to build up nice if you take your time, and this definitely has a opportunity for some super detailing in the engine area and the cockpit area and the gun bays. One more sprue left that's not clear. And that's going to have a lot of little tiny parts. Big landing gear struts. I mean, look at how minute and tiny those parts are. Because I don't have normally large hands. All these tiny parts on here. Be very careful getting all these detail parts off. There's your control stick. Some of you are looking for that. I know I was. So yes, especially down here, these tiniest ones, be very careful taking them off. Maybe stick them to a piece of, cut this whole part of the sprue off, stick it to a piece of tape. So the detail, again, is going to be outstanding. Next we got clear parts. So these are in a sealing bag. It's got a little rub on it. Right there. Oh, sorry about that. Close it up. I didn't want to listen to the neighbor's dogs. So yes, outstandingly clear. There's some rub on the top of the sliding canopy part. All the lights, the armor, very clear, pretty thin. Everything you'd want from a kit. All this detail. Like I said, it almost reminds me of Zukimura with the detail the way it is. See if I can get this open without it sticking to the decals. Okay, there's plastic on this, but there's your photo etch harnesses and other photo etch parts. Look at these, all these little, right along there. Oh, this side's even detailed better. It's actually raised. Those rivets on there are raised. Nice. See where that goes in a second. So, this is John Gibson Spitfire. It says so right there. Probably says so other places too. But these decals are very nice. In register, beautiful color. Not a lot of unnecessary carrier film. And I put the Fuselage under the decals, even though they had them over them. All right, and order model instructions. Sometimes they can be iffy, and you won't know that till you start putting it together. Just pay attention, you'll get it right. Beautiful box art again. There, a little bit about this particular Spitfire. How many were built and when. Sprue layout. And of course, you're going to start just like you would with a car with the engine. Again, you can detail the heck out of that engine if you want to display it. And you go to work on the cockpit. And then the gun bays. More of your wings and your gun bays. You've got your hinges, sorry, for your flaps and your ailerons. You put the covers on the gun bays or not, your call. There's the PELs, little PEs. Look like they're for holding on the cowl parts. That's going to be fun because you have to bend them. Bend them all. Oops, sorry. Bend them all. So there's something you don't see every day. All right. Working on the interior of the fuselage. Cockpits, radios, fuel tank, tail wheel, elevators. Putting everything in one side, then putting both sides together. Let me look real quick. Did we put the wings together? Yes, we did right there, and you don't have to have the landing gear in, which would make sense since it's a World War II aircraft. All right, and you're putting on all the wings to the fuselage, elevators, flaps, ailerons, the door to the radio room, if you want it like that. Okay, you're putting on your exhaust. There's no mask set in here. That surprises me. And your canopies, your armor glass, your side cowlings. Then the bottom with the radiator, the pitot tubes, various vents, antennas. There's your airdrop bomb. So those two big P things with those get wrapped around and go to the inside of your wheel wells. So use the right tool to get it right. There's your landing gear. Put it in after you paint it. There's your doors. You can have the doors closed and landing gear up. There was no weight on wheels. So, your choice, in flight or on ground. And there you finally have the top of the engine, props, spinner. You're done. Color callouts for the one you're doing, which is Flight Lieutenant John Gibson, 1942. Beautiful color. I like that gray and green. And there you have it. Order model's newest 135 5th aircraft. They seem to be sticking with it. We're all worried they do one and give it up. I like it. I'll add it to my build list. I'm sure a lot of you will be building it because there's a lot of Spitfire fans out there. So we'll be hearing from some of them soon about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this kit from a build perspective. Thanks for watching. Sit your ass to the bench and build a Spitfire. You know you want to. When this comes out, build it. Enjoy your hobby. Don't take life too seriously. And have a great evening. Bye for now.